I'm Jasmine Crain. I'm one singles at Heritage Hall Tennis, and I'm signing at Midwestern State University.
Great close!
I started hitting around 8 or 9 years old. I saw my dad playing tennis, and I thought it would be really fun, so I tried it out. But I didn't start playing competitively and taking it seriously until I was about 13 years old. My love for this sport kind of grew more and more as I realized how many good friends I've made and how fun and how far I could take myself with this sport. And so I realized that once I really did enjoy this sport, I wanted to see how far I could get.
I knew I was getting a tennis player, but I didn't know what caliber of tennis player I was getting. And you proved yourself from day one. You practice every day as if you're playing a match. And that has made the other girls up their practice and up their game. And not only have you brought that work ethic to this program, but you've brought joy back to this program. When you came, we barely had 6 girls, and now we have 19 girls out this year, and that has a lot to do with you. Not only do I admire your fight on the court and your tenacity when you're out there and how coachable you are, but I admire and am going to miss all of the extras that you bring to this team on a daily basis.
Heritage Hall Tennis has been really special to me. I've grown a lot of memories through this sport. Our coaches have always really cared for us, not only as athletes, but individuals and students as well. And so you can tell that that's really important to them. And so in return, it makes us feel really special. I've grown my leadership a lot through the Heritage Hall Tennis because as a junior, there's no team captain since there was no seniors. And so me and Ainsley kind of had to step up and take that role. It was pretty easy for us just because of how close our team has always been. Our team chemistry has been always really good, and we always work together and want the best for each other, and we push each other to see how far all of us can get. And so that made our experience easy. But this team has been really special just because we're all like sisters and we all have each other's backs, and it's really special.
Midwestern State is getting an incredible student athlete. I always emphasize student before athlete, and they are getting an excellent student. She pushed herself all 4 years, taking the highest classes and performing well in them. But she also does the same thing on the court. So she is bringing hard work, she's bringing determination, she's bringing just everything a college coach could ever hope for in a student athlete.
When I visited Midwestern State University, I immediately felt like it was home, and I felt like I was in the right place. The school population size is really nice because it makes you feel like you're at a big college, but your classes are still really small, which is important to me because that's what we have here at Heritage. I really like the tennis program because the coaches, the athletic directory staff, and any other people that are involved really want the best for you, again, not only as an athlete, but also as a student and an individual as well. And so I just felt really at home, and it seems like it would be a pretty easy transition just because when I met all the girls on the team, I felt really close to them already, and I clicked with them really well. And so I'm really excited. I also really thought it was cool that they're renovating the science building because that's where I'm going to be spending a lot of time for my major. And so that made me really excited because there's going to be a lot of new opportunities there as well.
She played one singles, finishing 4th at 5A for us her freshman year. Her sophomore year, I paired she and Takara together, and they were quite the dominant duo. They beat everybody. They beat the 6A state champion, they won state, and they were up for Player of the Year that year for the USA Daily Oklahoman. And then last year, we were in 6A, and she was back at one singles, and she played lights out, finishing 4th behind some Division I athletes. This is her year. I feel it. She's playing one singles for us again this year, and she's going to take home that individual state title. She has really worked over the summer to just continue to improve. The number one trait about Jasmine is how coachable she is. I remember back to the Jinx tournament, and she's down to this girl, and I looked at her and I said, I need you to completely change your game. This girl is loving your power, and she changed her game, and her dad looked at me, and from then on, she and I had this understanding that she trusted me and I trusted her, and I think that Midwestern State is going to love how coachable she is.
I would like to give a special shout out and thank you to Coach Jenny, Coach Bischoff, and Coach Hayes for always believing in me and giving me the opportunity to grow and develop as a player in this program. I would also like to thank Coach Bob, Coach Tim, and Coach Eric for helping me become the player I am today and develop to my best abilities and seeing my potential. Thank you, Coach Castle and Ms. Porter, for being my mentor out of tennis and helping me just grow a bigger perspective and become more positive about life. And I would like to thank my friends and family for always supporting me, and a special thank you to my parents for always believing in me, never giving up, and being my biggest supporters.
Jasmine, you're going to be so missed. These girls love you. They look up to you. I'm going to miss you dearly, but I am so excited for your future, and I cannot wait to come watch you. So best of luck next year, and we still have unfinished business to do. So I'm going to say go Chargers, then I'll say go Mustangs.
Go Chargers!